All right, what's a good tempo practice technique? I swing fast and need to slow it down. Okay. All right, so if I were to, I'm going to run you guys through how I change my motion right here, okay? And I will tell you, there is no lie to this. This is 100% real. This is how I change my motion when I'm working on technical changes. Number one, the first thing I need to know what the heck it is I'm trying to change. So let's say if we're going to take me as an example right here. So for me right now, I'm trying to keep my right hip back. I'm trying to get my left leg around, and then I'm trying to get my right side to push more the direction of my left hip. So here's how I run through, and I practice that. So I'm going to go backswing speed. I'm going to take it down probably 9 gears of what max would be. So my normal backswing speed would be like this. That's what that would look like. So when I'm practicing, this is what my backswing speed looks like. Because now I can start to feel every movement and I can start to neurologically connect with what it is that I'm trying to change. So when I'm going into making change right here, this is the speed I'll do it in. I do a lot of very, very, very slow motions things so that I can actually say, all right, hip is back. I'm going into flexion. The leg's going around. I'm pushing backwards, and I can feel push from my trail side. So that I have the time and I have the ability to understand neurologically what I'm doing, and I have the ability to fit all those patterns and those movements in before I hit the golf ball. So we'll do it again. So like those two to me felt very, very, very good. So I do a lot of slow motion work. Huh? The other thing I'll do is I'll do a lot of freezers and I do a lot of position holding. So like if I was doing a freezer here, I'd go freeze, leg around, hip back. I'll go up, freeze it, and that's what that would start to look like right there. That has helped me out so much in expediting and speeding up the way that I process and I manage making change. Once I've run through those two things, now I'm going to start working it into cadence. So I start all of my backswing speeds whenever I'm doing motion change work is always at a much more methodical rate so that I can feel everything that's happening. If I can't feel something, I'm going too fast. So that's a good rule of thumb. If you can't feel what the club's doing or what your body's doing, you're going too fast when you're trying to make change. So I'd start working it in cadence. So now I'm going to go here. So that was at about 40%, I would say. Now the next one, I'm going to take it up to about 60%. And all I'm doing is I'm just actually speeding up right here at the golf ball. On the way back and on the way down, I'm very, very, very relaxed. I'm keeping my muscle groups in more of a relaxed phase and a stretching phase, and I'm never working back into a contraction phase. Now, working it up at 80%, now I'm going to add a little bit more umph down at the bottom. So I'd be here, and there's what that would look like. But you'll notice I kept relatively the same backswing speed, relatively the same downswing speed, which allowed me to fit all of the movements in that I have personally been working on. So the speed in which you make change is so vital. I cannot stress that enough. Can't stress that enough. Good question.